Annyeonghaseyo. Hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for Two, and this is my final review of Can We Get Married, which just ended, I think, maybe 5 days ago. And I made a watching now for this before, and I just want to tell you guys what I thought of it, give you my review. This one, I think, was a little disappointing in the end, but I'll tell you why I thought that. So let me just go through the main cast first. So we have Sung-joon plays Jung-hoon, Jung So-min plays Hae-yoon, Kim Young-kwang plays Ki-jung, and Han-gu plays Dong-bi. So we've obviously seen Jung-hoon before in Shut Up Flower Boy Band. Hae-yoon we saw in Playful Kiss. Ki-jung was in Bachelor Vegetable Store, and Dong-bi I've never seen before. So the plot of this story is that you have several couples, different ages. We have one couple that's like in their 40s to 50s. We have the main couples that are in their 20s, and it's basically the issues with getting married. Either you've been dating for so long, like, do you get married, or you're like on the normal track, but you have family problems. So it's just sort of all those complications that go into marriage. And then we have sort of the love triangle thing. So there was a little bit of a love triangle that was explored in this, and like I totally saw that coming, but I don't think it really ever became like a love triangle. It just became a misunderstanding. So misunderstandings, there were a ton, and most of the misunderstandings in this drama were family-based. Basically how the mothers affected the wedding of the main two leads. And then also, I think what's interesting, Ki-jung's character was sort of this jerk you hated from the beginning because he was dating this girl for 5 years and then broke up with her and then immediately was going to get married to another girl. And I think we felt like, oh, I hate him. But actually his character, even though it ends up well, spoiler, I think I actually didn't hate his character because he was pretty honest with her. He didn't plan on getting married to her. He wasn't going to marry her. And I think I've one of those things personal life that girls that are like that kind of annoy me, that know from the beginning that guys aren't the kind to get married or whatever it is, and they keep dating them and then they're shocked when they don't do it. So I think that's one of those things I don't hate guys when they do that. If they're honest about it and then the girl just has a delusion, then that's what I think happens. Not in this show, but that's a life tip I want to give you guys. Okay, and then so bad guy turned good. So I guess in none of them were really bad. The only guy that was pretty much bad was the main female lead sister's husband. And it wasn't that in the end he became he's definitely not redeemable. He he was a cheater and all those things, but it was just what I liked about that relationship, the dynamic of the divorce. It felt very real. I think that was a really good portrayal of the craziness of divorce and everything that puts families through. But he didn't redeem him in the end. She didn't take him back, and I really liked that it ended amicably, sort of. But I think that was a pretty good portrayal. He didn't become good. He just became less vile. Yeah. So kisses in this one, there were a lot of kisses. I don't think any of them were really super special. Nothing really. This show didn't start at the beginning. It started almost at the end of on the way to marriage. So there weren't any of those big lead ups are they, aren't they? Clearly they all had been in relationships for a long time, so the kissing was not a big deal. Piggyback rides, I think there might have been. I don't know. I don't really remember piggyback rides. Fashion. So this one had some pretty cool fashion. I would say that it's sort of modern but reasonable fashion. So definitely on the cheaper end, what people could actually afford. I think it was pretty cool fashion. Music. I don't remember any music being popular in this one. So I guess I'll give you guys my final score. The way I feel about this show is that I would give it a 7. And I wanted to give it a 6, but I was okay, I'll give it a 7. But the reason I think I didn't love this show was that well, first of all, everything wraps up in a neat little bow, and that's fine. I think we always expect shows to sometimes do that, but I think in the beginning it had so much potential because there were so many conflicts in it that felt really real, and I think the Dong-bi and Ki-jung's character, their whole dating for 5 years and then breaking up and things like that, it felt like a really interesting look at relationships. And then it just became really cliched and obvious. And I don't always hate the cliched shows, but it's just if it's gonna be cliched, be cliched from the beginning. I think it started out really good, and the last couple episodes I was just okay, obviously it was going here. So I don't know. I think it could have been a little more original, or maybe I would have liked it better if there had been some sort of like twist. But everything worked out happily in a little neat bow. So I think it's like worth watching for sure. And I really liked, obviously I love the male lead, and I liked the female lead in this much better than I did in Playful Kiss. As Marsha and I have said multiple times, we did not like Playful Kiss. We liked the Taiwanese version. We hated the Korean version. So I liked her much better in this. She was less annoying. But I think still something about her is about her character was a little bit, I don't know, just annoying. I mean, she was constantly like a nagger and a nitpicker. So just something about her was a little off-putting even in this show. So I don't know. I think 7 is a pretty good score for this. But so if you haven't seen it yet, like don't put it on your immediate to watch list. But it's definitely something you can watch, and there's cute moments to it. Okay, so that's it for our final review of this show. And definitely like our video and subscribe. Bye, guys.